excuses in the program. Like there can't be, otherwise you fail. Like you have to do it the 75 days in a row in order to complete it. Hey, welcome to Smart AF. I'm your host, Torie Mathis. We have got a great show for you today, so let's get started. So I recently completed the 75 hard program.
Me too.
That's not true. Sean was sending me desserts that I can make for, what did you call it? When I'm back on 320 easy.
Yeah.
Oh no, it would be 20. 290 easy. When you're back on 290 easy, can you make this?
Yes.
Cheesecake thing? So I got invited to do this from a client friend of mine, and I actually tried it and then failed, and then was getting ready to restart it, and told me about it, and I was like, for sure, like I'm down to do it. I like those types of gamifying type things, and so I went through the whole thing. 75 days of awesome walking in the rain, working out at odd times of the day. Wasn't it fun, Sean?
Yeah.
So
Not a whole lot changed for me, other than the walking.
So if you haven't heard of 75 Hard, it is a program that is free, and it is 75 days in a row without breaking any of it, where you work out twice a day. One of those times has to be outside. Each time has to be for a full, uninterrupted 45 minutes. You also have to drink a gallon of water per day. You have to read at least 10 pages in a business or self-development book. You have to take a progress picture every single day. And you have to follow some type of eating plan. I don't want to call it a diet because it's not a diet thing and it's not to lose weight. You just have to follow some type of plan. And you get to pick what plan it is. It's not like you have to pick, Whole 30 and then do that for, like, you get to pick. You just, whatever you pick, you have to stick with. And it can be whatever you want. So, and I think that's all the things that were part of it. So, yes, you can lose weight or build muscle or whatever, but it's more of like a creating habits, good habits, and following promises that you set for yourself and moving through to do things even when things are uncomfortable. Like that was one of the big things, I think, for me. Like we were both in the military, so we, that embrace the suck. You're going to have stuff that you don't like. You're going to have to do things that you don't like. And we both have gone through those things. But I liked that this program kind of did make something uncomfortable. Like the second workout was brutal sometimes.
Especially if it was, it had to be outside and it was miserable outside.
Okay, so Sean did a lot of the workouts with me and like not really any of the other stuff. But that second workout, like there were times that we had to plan everything else around that second workout, whether it was like what we had planned or what the weather was going to be like. Like the weather was a really big one, but you made it work. And so I think this whole thing that people just make excuses and let things go, like there was no excuses in the program. Like there can't be, otherwise you fail. Like you have to do it the 75 days in a row in order to complete it. And it's not like you don't win anything when you complete it. Though I do want to talk about some things that have been added if you do complete it. The program isn't for that. It's just that, you go through the program and you have that kind of, I guess, bragging rights type thing. But it was cool. Like, it goes on and there's like all these other things that go with it. Like, I am cool. Like, I did my 75 days. I was proud of myself. Like, the people I work out at the gym, they were like, what day are you on? And I'm like, you guys should do it. Until I got to like 60 days and I was like, don't do it, guys. This sucks. I walked in the rain at night last night at 9 o'clock at night. Like, no, it really wasn't that bad. It was challenging, And now I have like all these stupid pictures of myself on my phone that like if anybody ever found my phone, they'd be like, what the hell are you doing? But on top of the program and on top of learning these things and going through it, I uncovered that he's like a marketing genius because he has this program, 75 Hard, that is free. You just sign up for it. And because we do marketing, like I am always interested in like, what is the background? Like, how's he working this into everything else? Because what's the deal with the free program and why would you do it? And the fact that he's not, it doesn't seem like he's putting money behind advertising it, yet it has really gone viral. There is a Facebook group for it. And so I've seen some of the things that people have posted. There's actually a lot of negative articles and people posting about it. I guess it was on TikTok or something. And so I guess it was kind of took off on TikTok and people were talking about it there. And so I saw that some people were like, you shouldn't be doing this super strict program that's trying to make you do things that aren't healthy. And I don't know. There's always going to be people that dislike what
it's not making you do anything. Like if it's something unhealthy, you're trying too hard.
Right. Like it's only as hard as you make it. He's not saying like go and do like this crazy, overly extreme workout. Like literally the second workout was walking in our neighborhood for 45 minutes. Like, if that's what you can do, then that's what you can do. However, like what happens marketing wise, I think a lot of businesses could really learn from this because it's super smart. When you sign up for the program, which is totally free, and you would just go to like 75hard.com and sign up, you get on the email list for 75 Hard, which doesn't have a lot of emails for the program himself, but you get on his email list. And we always talk about how important it is to build his email list. Not only do you get on his email list, like for his podcast, he sends out updates for that, which is pretty cool and really worth checking out. You also get on his First Form email list, which he sells, the guy that made the program, sells supplements and things like that. So you automatically get on that email list as well. I've opened a couple of emails, like I'm not interested in that, but pretty smart that you like get on both of the email lists so that he is like marketing to you. I've never seen him himself in the Facebook group, but people do talk about the program and supplements a little bit like in there. But what people do talk about is that he has a book. And it looks like he has not put his book on Amazon, but you have to buy it directly from him. So he's kind of controlling that market part of it, which also has made it that it's run out. So it's something that like people want. Because there's so many people have been involved in it and there's only so many copies of the book. I have seen people like, I'll buy your book for, so much, like more than what it's worth. So there's that want for it because a limited amount. He also has an app involved in it that you don't have to get. It's a very simple app, but it does help the program be a little bit easier to follow. And the app's like $4.99. And it's really easy. Like, who wouldn't make like a $5 purchase? It makes it super easy. But when you have thousands of people doing it, like he's making a few bucks on the app.
It adds up.
It does all add up. And so what else he has is, so you have the book and the app, which are like go alongside of this free program. He also has, which has recently come out that I've seen, you can get like a certificate or like a coin or something like that. If you prove, you have to say like, yes, I actually did finish up the program. And then he's selling those types of things, which is not something that I'm interested in, but I could see people be interested in that kind of thing. So he's done a really good job of monetizing this program, which makes me wonder, like, how much planning do you think came into it? Or do you think he was like, let's add this on the back, let's add this on? What do you think?
If it was me, I would have just started adding stuff on the back. I don't know much about him on what he would do, but based on our personal experiences, it would be just creating something and doing something and then figuring out later how to monetize it.
Because I guess you never know if something like that's going to take off or not. Like, is this going to be a big thing? I don't know how much he actually pushed it. It seems like it's so word of mouth. And so many people try to start things like this that you never really know if like that's going to be the thing. But it's been really interesting to go through the entire program and see how it is. I think it's helped a lot of people. I think
you said he sells supplements and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
And that's something he's already done?
He's already done, yeah.
My guess would be he created it specifically to attract more people to then be able to sell the stuff that he already had to sell.
Well, in his podcast, he talks about that it was like a program that he created for himself, and then it worked for him, and then he like got other people to do it. But to put it out there, like I think it's kind of marketing genius, and definitely something that you could look at and like see a way to monetize something that is free, or just to get people's interest and get their email address and build that list with something that's free. It's just a really just prime example of like marketing genius.
Thinking outside the box. I mean, it's an indirect way to get additional clients.
For sure. And I think
customers.
The fact that there are negative reviews and stuff like that, negative articles, just kind of fuels it even a little bit more. It even adds some controversy in there. People say you shouldn't do it.
You told me the crap that is getting asked in that Facebook group for all this. Like, I only drank 3/4 of a gallon of water. Do I have to start over? Why would you say that? Like, you either continue on like it didn't happen, or start over.
You're not supposed to lie to yourself.
I mean, it was just I don't know. I think people in that he created something that people are wanting, either somebody else's opinion, or they're wanting that ability to gloat, or that.
Yeah, though it there's a lot of discussion. It is one of the most active groups I have ever been in, and yes, a lot of it is, hey, look at me. A lot in positive and negatives. It's kind of amazing. Like when you see things on like products and they're like, don't eat this, and you're like, who the hell would eat this? Like those people are in the group. like people don't follow directions. Like the lowest common denominator of these things. Like the whole thing is like you have to drink a gallon of water, and they're like you said, I drank a gallon of Kool-Aid. Does that count? No, it's water. Like people are, it's a little bit interesting on like the fact that you could probably do a whole sociology experiment on like how people react and not follow directions or read it, think they can eat the non-edible things. So I don't know if you guys have checked out 75 Hard, but 75hard.com, you could go and like sign up for it. At least check it out. See what this guy's got going on. He's got a really great podcast, gives some great advice, and it's kind of like one of those like tough love guys. So I always appreciate that.
If anything, look at it from a marketing standpoint. Just see what he's doing and take that and see if any of those aspects can be applied to your business. It's
always neat to find businesses or people that are doing things that are outside of the box and see like how can you model that? How can you use that kind of...
How can you get people talking about something you offer?
Even if it's negative, even if it's like, sometimes that just getting people talking is what you need. Getting more people to know about whatever it is you're doing, more people to know your name. This guy's got it. He's got it dialed in. It's pretty awesome. If you want to get smart tools to build your business, go to besmartaf.com.